Hello and welcome to Chapter 3, Logic. This will be videos on guided answers to problem sets found in this chapter. That is Section 1, 2, and 5. So let's get started with Chapter 1, Statements and Logical Connectives. Statements and Logical Connectives. So with problem set 1, write the negation of each statement. Some telephones take photos. So the negation would be to make this a negative sentence instead of having a positive annotation to it. So one way you could do it is to say no telephones can take photographs. And you have to ask yourself now, is this statement true or false? This statement is false because there are some telephones that can take pictures. With number 2, all houses have 2 stories. Well, the way to negate that is not all houses have 2 stories. And is this a true statement? It is, because not all houses have 2 stories. Looking at problem set 2, we're to write the following conjunction in symbolic form. Gary Paulson is not on a book tour. Gary Paulson is writing a new book. Let P and Q represent simple statements, and then we'll write the conjunction of it. So for P, let's take this first part, and let's not include the negative, so that we have just a simple sentence. So we can say Gary Paulson is on a book tour. And let Q refer to the other part of the sentence of Gary Paulson is writing a new book. Well, if you look, the 2 statements cannot coexist because you can't be both on a book tour and writing a book. There's just too much going on. It's writing a new And if we look back at our original statements, we see that P has the negation of it, and the but tells us to use the conjunction of that form. So negation of P, conjunction Q. Okay, using or statements, write the following statements in symbolic form. So Maria will go to the circus, or Maria will go to the zoo. So this first part, let that be Q, or let that be P, excuse me, and or represented by this symbol, and Maria will go to the zoo as Q. Maria will go to the zoo, or Maria will not go to the circus. So let's let Maria will go to the zoo be equal to P, and or being the symbol, with Maria not going to the circus, so she will not, in this case, go to the circus. In this case, Maria will not go to the circus, or Maria will not go to the zoo. So we have 2 negative statements being connected with this conjunction, with statement P and Q being present. Okay, we have 3 places. P, lunches includes a soup. Q, lunch includes a sandwich. And R, lunch includes a drink. So write the following statements in symbolic form. Lunch includes a drink. So we have R, and soup or sandwich. So what we had to do is say the or is the symbol, with P and Q being the main choices to decide for lunch. So it comes down between these two choices, but you're going to get R no matter what. Okay, and in B it looks very similar, but it is different. Lunch includes a drink and a sandwich or soup. So in this case, the drink is separate. Or no, the soup is separate from the rest of the choices. So we have R and P, which includes the drink and the soup, but the sandwich gets left behind. Okay, we have something similar here with the hungry boy and his lunch. So we have, write the following symbolic statements into words. Okay, we could say the boy is hungry for lunch. And the boy cannot, we say cannot because of the negation symbol there, afford lunch. Okay, with this next one, we have two negation symbols. So the boy is not hungry for lunch, and the boy cannot afford to buy lunch. So the boy is not hungry or the boy cannot afford lunch. Okay, now with this symbol should actually, it is read as this, so that means and. So it says it is false the boy is hungry for lunch and the boy cannot afford to buy lunch. It is false the boy is hungry and the boy cannot afford to buy lunch. Okay, next we have some fried chicken. So we have to write these statements symbolically. If the main dish is fried chicken, then the main dish is prepared by Paula Deen. So we're going to use the if and then statement, which looks like this. So for this we have P, which is the main dish is fried chicken. The if and then the dish is prepared by Paula Deen. If the dish is prepared by Paula Deen, then the dish is not fried chicken. So we have, if the dish is prepared by Paula Deen, that would involve statement Q. If and then, the dish is not fried chicken, so it is not P. Okay, with C, it is false if the main dish is by Paula Deen, then the dish is fried chicken. So it's similar to what we've seen before. We put the negation at the beginning with open parentheses because it is false statement. And we have the Q statement first because we're talking about the main dish. Paula Deen, and then the if and then statement, followed by statement P, because we're talking about fried chicken. Okay. For this, we write the following symbolic statements into words and indicate whether the statement is a negation, conjunction, disjunction, or condition. So let's go through, and with A, it will be a disjunction. And it is a disjunction because the symbol of this is outside of parentheses. Okay, with B, this is going to be conditional. And it is conditional because the symbol is outside of the parentheses. The sentences for these are a bit too long for me to be able to write in these blanks, so I'll just read them to you aloud. For A, it should read, if George's major is political science, then George is not enrolled in American government, or George's major is biology. For B, it should be read, if George's major is political science, then George is not enrolled in American government, or George's major is biology. For problem set 5, we have two statements. P, Betsy plays catcher on the softball team, and Q, the team wins the championship cup. So for this first part, it should read, Betsy plays catcher on the softball team if and only if the team wins the championship's cup. For B, the sentence should read, the team wins the championship cup if and only if Betsy does not play catcher on the softball team. And C should read, if it is false that Betsy plays catcher on the softball team if and only if the team does not win the championship cup.